Hello there and welcome to video number 2 in the health scan series, and I'm going to explain about electrodermal screening, which is what we do at health scan as opposed to food allergy testing or any other kind of allergy testing. It's food intolerance, and there's a huge difference. I've scanned a 2-year-old, no problems at all. You feel nothing, doesn't hurt you. You get a little bit of pressure on your finger, but it doesn't hurt you. In this way I've scanned about 10,000 people and cured over 50 different health problems, as you'll have seen from video number 1. Your brain runs your body, as you well know. It's a computer, and it needs electricity. If we didn't have electricity running through our nervous system, we'd be dead, and a paramedic would defibrillate us. First thing they do is arrive and give us electricity. They kick-start the circuit. It's no different than a car with a flat battery. It really isn't. It might sound crude, but it's true. Just put electricity back into the circuit. So what I'm saying is we need electricity, but we don't generate electricity. The only way we can stay alive is by putting electricity into the body. And we do that every single day when we put things into the body. And mostly we put them in through the mouth, of course, we eat and drink, but we can inject, inhale, absorb as well. And anything that goes into the body will have an effect on the brain as a drug, whether it be tomato or heroin or anything else you can think of. And it'll have a positive effect on the brain, or it'll have a negative effect on the brain. In other words, it'll cause that computer in your head not to work properly. It'll give it problems. And when you give your brain problems, it gives you problems. As an example of electricity coming from food, because that's how we stay alive, we put food in, we carry electricity into the body through the food. But then again, it's carried in through everything, whether it be medicine from your doctor or anything else you can think of. Everything is a carrier of electricity into the body. And that's how we stay alive. If we don't put things into the body, we run flat like a battery in a month or two. We run out of electricity, we're dead. It's as simple as that. But what's happening to everybody on the planet, and I do mean everybody, there's no exception to this, the brain is intolerant to some of the signals from some of the foods. Tomato, for example, would send a different signal to the brain than an apple, and a cucumber would send a different signal again, because they're different chemicals, and those signals are what I'm testing. Those signals are in the computer that I use, and I can send the signals to your brain. I've got about 70-odd thousand signals in my computer, but I need about 200 to cure most people. And I sit you in a chair for about an hour, hour and a half. We run through about 200 items, mostly foods. And we identify the resistance of your brain to those signals. It doesn't hurt, as I say. I just put a probe on your finger. I'll just show you what I do. Pop a probe on here, make a connection through the meridian, as we call it. If you want to be more basic, I suppose you could call it a nerve. But it's a wire that goes to your brain. And in that way I can connect the computer in your head to the computer at health scan. And I can send signals backwards and forwards. You feel absolutely nothing apart from a tiny little bit of pressure on your finger. You don't puncture the skin, and you put pressure on the skin. And in the other hand you'll be holding a probe, a brass probe. Again, you feel absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. But after about an hour or so of running the test, we can usually find about 200 items or so is enough. We might find 2 or 3 things, we might find more, half a dozen, we might find 10. Every brain's different. Things that don't suit your brain, those signals. Your taste buds in your stomach obviously love the items, you wouldn't be eating them. But they don't run your body, your brain runs your body. So stop giving your brain a problem, it stops giving you a problem. If you give any computer wrong signals, wrong electrical signals, it sends out wrong signals. And that's what's happening to the one in your head, and that's why you're getting the eczemas, the asthmas, the depression, the ME, the arthritis, and all sorts of things. Things we're going to go into in more detail in the following videos. Let me just show you something here. Hold on. This is evidence here of electricity coming out of food. This is a clock that runs off potatoes, and I don't know if you can see it ticking away there quite happily. I'll just try and angle it a little bit, but it'll tick away for a couple of weeks on those 2 potatoes until they run out of electricity. It's as simple as that. It's the electricity from the food that runs the brain, and that's how we get electricity into the body. I hope you can see that. I'll just change the angle a few times. But that is living proof of electricity in food, and I didn't make that clock. You can buy them in the high street, in most high streets in England anyway. So there you go. Then that will run off any food, and I do mean any food that you wish to plug it into. Anything at all. I've even plugged it into the garden, and on the soil it works, into flowers it works. Electricity comes from all this stuff. As I said in my previous video, number 1, I've been all over the world. I travel a lot. I've scanned the highest people at the highest level to the lowest level, and I work and hopefully the work I do will see this technology in the hospitals. sooner rather than later. Obviously the drug companies would prefer, I guess they would prefer that it didn't happen, because they'd rather sell you pills and potions and lotions and stuff. But you know, once the people out there like yourselves get to know about this technology, you'll start to demand it more and more from your politicians, and if they're not prepared to put it into the hospitals, then don't vote for them. It's as simple as that. Because if this test was done for people on an annual basis or semi-annual basis, biannual basis, or every 5 years, 80–78% of the people would be healthy. It's as simple as that. Because it works, and it works very, very well. We need good doctors, don't get me wrong, I'm not anti-doctor. When you read my book you'll see that. What I am is anti-waste of money and anti-medication that doesn't work. Anyway, we're running short on time at the moment, so do check out my website, healthscan.co.uk, and don't forget to email me if there's anything you want to know, and don't forget to keep an eye on these videos, because there's going to be an awful lot of them coming at you. Okay, all the very best now. Bye bye.